my barns and build greater. And there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But God said unto him, thy fool, this night thy soul is required, shall be required of thee. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? This morning I want to tag this text. When God takes a chance on blessing you. When God takes a chance on blessing you. Look at your neighbor real quick and ask them a question. Say, neighbor, can God trust you to do right with the blessings he's given you? Or y'all too weak with that? So let me press on real quick. We are in our stewardship month, where we are teaching and preaching on stewardship. On Wednesday night, we came with the scripture and we talked about the example of a bad steward. A steward is nothing more than an overseer or a manager or someone who's in charge of something or someone. It's someone who has been called upon, and they have the responsibility of taking care of what does not belong to them, but yet belongs to someone else. Whether you know it or not, whether you think about it or even have considered it, we all are a steward in one shape, form, or another. Once you became a parent, you became a steward over your child. Or y'all gonna pray with me here. Once you became in leadership position, you became a steward over that which you have been appointed to be over. And God expects us, and he holds us responsible and accountable to be able to take care of what he has blessed us to be stewards over. As we read in this text here, Jesus is teaching a parable to his disciples. And I believe this will be the best one to show us how a steward should not conduct God's business affairs. The problem of it is when we get things and we want to take the credit for ourselves and never say, if it had not been for the Lord on my side, I wouldn't be where I am right now. We never take under consideration that if God had looked beyond our faults, we wouldn't have the blessings that we live in. I wish I had somebody right there. We never take under consideration that God has once again showed favor in our direction. I wonder if there anybody here thank God for his favor. But the question, the thing you got to understand is God takes a chance when he blesses us. What do I say? He take a chance. He already knows. Yes, he already knows what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. You know if you're going to be a good steward or not a good steward, but God's still willing to take that chance. We have a witness here, because guess what? Some of us have things we didn't deserve. Some of us live what we don't supposed to be living. Some of you got jobs and positions that you're not qualified for, but God took a chance and blessed you anyhow. Do I have a witness up in here? And the problem of it is we too busy saying, oh, it was my degree. Oh, it was my gift to get. Oh, it was my good looks, my personality, my charm, and my wits. But I stopped by to tell you it was the grace of God. I wish I had some time to really labor here, but I got to press on. I got to press on. The first thing about being a bad steward, the first thing that happens when God takes a chance on blessing us is that we start bargaining within ourselves. Yes. It's right there in the text. If you don't believe me, please keep your Bible over. He said, and he thought within himself. Yeah. Be careful how you try to make a deal with yourself about things that don't belong to you. Yes. Do I have a witness here? Yeah. It trips me out how people can come together and unite as one, and once they get together and unite as one, they flip the script. Yes. Before you said I do, you promised what you would and would not do. That's right. That's right. I promised to love, honor, and obey and respect and all that good stuff, but when the time came to say I do, that went out the window. Yeah. You gonna do what I say do, or you gonna get y'all quiet up in here.
Come on, sir. Come
He
on.
treated you like a queen, but once he married you, he treated you like a piece of coal. Come on, y'all. You treated him like he was the man of the hour, but once you got him, you went sour on him. Ain't nobody talking to me up in here. You gotta understand God holds you accountable.
Yes, sir.
Well,
You start bargaining in yourself.
Yes, sir.
I tell people all the time when they say I do, the knot becomes silent. Y'all missed that, didn't you?
Nope.
I do not have to wash your clothes anymore. That devil is a lie. I do not have to cook for you every night. That devil is a lie. I do not have to give you my body every time you want it. That devil is a lie, because your body is no longer yours. It belongs to him, and his belongs to us. Y'all quiet up here.
Well,
I'm not going to get no amens on that kind of teaching and preaching.
come on here.
But then you get beside and start bargaining in yourself. Well, if they ain't going to do it God's way, I'm going to make them do it my way.
Come on. Well,
Old folks said, it's my way or the highway. Guess what? That's why the divorce rate is so high. Most folks done had to hit the highway. It's quiet up in here.
yes, sir.
See, you got to understand that when God blesses you, he's not blessing you to sit on it. He's not blessing you to be a dictator with it. He's not blessing you for you to be a mean person. He's blessing you to be a blessing.
Yeah.
I wish I had some help up in here today.
Well,
He blesses you because he said, listen. We've discovered the other night in Bible study, I asked them, how many know you're already blessed?
well,
And what the class did, they started testifying about how they were blessed. They forgot about what happened in Genesis 12, 1 through 4, when God made a covenant between Abraham. He said, get thee out of thy father's house and away from thy kindred and go to a land where I will show you. I'm in the Bible, y'all. And he said, when you get there, guess what? I'm going to make your name great and make you a great nation. And from you shall every family of the nations be blessed.
well,
Y'all missed it, didn't you? Y'all don't know you blessed. You're already blessed.
well,
Because of what he promised Abraham. And we are descendants of Father Abraham. So you came here.
amen.
Quit letting folk tell you this. You got to have this. You ain't got to have nothing materialistic to testify, I'm blessed. You ain't got to go through no sickness to holler, and God brought you back saying, I'm blessed. You ain't have to get broke for you to holler, God, I've been blessed. You just got to testify and know where your blessing comes from.
well,
I got to hurry up. This man, God blessed him with plenty. And God took a chance on that, knowing that he would begin to bargain within himself. In other words, what the word bargain means to make a deal with another party in agreement to what you two are going to do with what you have been attained to. Listen. Oh, God, I wish I had the time. Listen. Whatever you do, as a steward, don't bargain within yourself.
well,
Now, we tripped out the other night. We laughed, had a good time, because I told them the problem with that is some of y'all like talking to yourselves. And when I grew up, in the day and time, they said if you talk to yourself, you was crazy. But as I got older, they said it's all right to talk to yourself as long as you don't answer yourself.
There you go.
Y'all crazy.
There you go.
Because when you start talking to yourself, you start listening to yourself, and yourself will sometimes lead you in the wrong direction. Because the self you're talking to is not the God self, it's the flesh self. And your flesh is weak because you don't feed the spirit enough. Oh, it's quiet.
well,
I want y'all to know today
well,
that this man made the mistake. In verse 17, bargaining within himself. Said, what shall I do because I have no room? Look at him, he done took God all out the equation.
well,
Taking credit for what God has done for him. Be careful how you give credit to yourself
come on, sir.
for what you didn't do.
Yeah. Well,
If that's the case, you may as well give yourself credit for waking up this morning.
well,
You do know it wasn't that alarm clock. You do know it wasn't your boo that shook you. You do know when that grandbaby calling you, not a dog's barking,
Well.
but it was God himself who woke you up early this morning. Number two, I got to hurry up. I told you, ooh, my time is running out. Number two, not only did he bargain within himself, but God knows when he blesses you and he takes that chance, you're going to get beside yourself.
Right, right.
And that word means beside yourself is caused from extreme joy, anger, or etc. Brought on by a situation that causes one to be out of one's mind. There it is.
Well.
Watch this. We're so caught up in materialistic things
Yes, sir.
to where we forget about the spiritual things. Are y'all praying with me here?
Well.
See, sometimes God performs miracles in our lives and deliver us from certain dilemmas and keep us from certain chaotic situations merely because he says, my goodness draws sinners into repentance. So in other words, sometimes God blesses us when we're not in a position to be blessed because he's trying to get you back where you need to be.
Well.
Some of y'all wonder why he didn't take you out. Some of y'all know you should have been dead.
Well.
Some of y'all know you should have been in a penitentiary. Some of you know that you should have been strung out on drugs. Some of you know you should have been out on the street corner. Some of you know you should have been sleeping out under the bridge. Somebody shot, but God have mercy on me. But guess what? This man got beside himself. In verse 19, he said, I will say to my soul. And I told him, like, be careful how you try to talk to God's soul. That ain't yours to talk to. You know, if he told the devil about Job, you can touch him from his head to his toe, in and out, all about his possession. You can touch him any way you want to. But his soul, you cannot touch. That belongs to me. So if he tells Satan, you can't touch his soul, what gives you the right to try to talk to your soul?
Well.
Somebody say crazy. Told his soul.
Well.
You got a lot of stuff. So you just sit back, relax, eat, drink, and be merry.
Well.
Because we got a whole lot for many years. You do know folk who hit the lottery are normally broke in 2 or 3 years. Because why? They waste what God has blessed them with. They were not good stewards of what God had allowed them to get. They bought all that materialistic stuff and never considered their future. This man said, talk to his soul and say, I got so much stuff. You can sit back and relax. Nowhere in this text does it say the man went to church and gave God no praise. Nowhere in this text does it say he sent a tithe to the church. Nowhere in this passage of scripture does it say as he blessed somebody else. All he had to say was me, myself, and I. Be careful how you put me, myself, and I in the equation when God done blessed you. Because when you start talking about me, myself, and I and leave God out, God gonna get you to number 3, and I'm getting ready to take my seat. Verse 20, the last thing I want to tell you, if you bargain within yourself, you're going to get beside yourself. And when you get beside yourself, get ready for God to blindside you. Oh, I wish I had somebody right there. This man got blindsided in verse 20 because God said, unto him thy fool. This night thy soul is reproached. Pastor, what is blindsided? Blindsided means attack or hit or catch someone unprepared. Attack from an unexpected position. Oh, y'all missed that, didn't you? This man was bragging that he had so much stuff. Tried to make a deal within himself. Then he got beside himself. No longer began to think within himself, but he went deep within himself. And start trying to encourage his soul. But I thank God that God is yet in control.
Yeah.
Can I get a witness right here? Be careful as stewards of God's blessing.
Well.
How you try to bargain with the devil. Yes, because when you bargain with yourself, Satan has a way of tiptoeing in the conversation. Yes, I remember as a child growing up watching television. Yes, there was a show called the Flip Wilson Hour. Flip had an alter ego named Geraldine. Yeah, Geraldine was some kind of special. Can I get a witness? And every now and then, Geraldine had a testimony. Whatever she did, what she had no business doing. Geraldine would brag about and simply say, the devil made me do it. Can I get a witness? But I stopped by to tell you, you ought to stop lying on the devil. Do I have a witness here? A lot of times we mess with the devil when the devil ain't messing with us. Can I get a witness? A lot of times we blame the devil on things that we did on our own. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me. But I got good news for you. Keep on playing with the devil and watch how he lay his hands on you. Can I get a witness? Keep teasing him and keep messing with him. Watch how he start attacking you on every side. But I got good news for the good stewards. You just wait on the Lord to turn that thing around. For they that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. Breathe in the dry. I got to leave you now. But I'm so glad God can take a chance on blessing me. Every time I turn around, another blessing. Every time I turn around, another blessing. Is there anybody here know that you're blessed by the best? Anybody here standing in the need of another blessing? I got good news for you. God's business of blessing us will never close. Can I get a witness here? You ought to tell your neighbor, God can take a chance on blessing me. Down through the years, God has been good to me. All of my life, God has been good to me. Do I have a witness here? I'm closing now. The reason why he can take a chance on blessing MT. MT walks by faith. MT trust in the Lord. MT tries to do his best, helping others out. But every now and then, MT gets beside himself. Every now and then, MT bothers with himself. Every now and then, God got the blind side empty. And when he blindsides me, I remember what I didn't do, what I should have did, what needed to be done. But I thank God, he's a God of another chance. How many He gave you another chance. Messed up the second time. Gave you another chance. And early this morning, just before the break of day, God gave you one more chance. If I were you today, I'd take that chance and be a blessing to somebody else. He blessed me to bless you. And now that you're blessed, take that blessing and bless somebody else. Say, neighbor, I don't know what you're going to do with what God has given you, but I'm going to bless somebody else. And when you bless somebody else, the blessing will come back greater than you sown. Say, yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. Well, God, take a chance on blessing you. It's sad to say today, in the world that we're living in, every time God blesses us, He takes a chance on losing us.
Well,
Because we're so quick to give in to the earthly things that He has bestowed upon us. And we forget about the spiritual things He wants to put in us. So if I was you today, and you're not too sure if God could take a chance on blessing you, I dare you to get up and come down this aisle. If I were you today, I wouldn't let this moment pass without giving God your heart, your mind, and your body. If you're here, why don't you come right now? While the blood is running warm in your veins. I don't know about you, I want God to take a chance on me. Because He took a chance on Job when He told the devil, have you considered my servant Job? And Job showed the devil that though he slay me, yet will I trust in Him. Job said, nothing I want in this world and nothing I shall carry out. And after all he went to Job said, in all of my appointed time, I'm going to wait until my change comes. So if you're here and you want to come, now's the time to come get your change. But I'm not talking about no change that you put in your pocket. I'm talking about the change that you put in your heart. If you're here, this is your hour to come. Let God fix you where He can take a chance on blessing you. See, He's supplying your need. The blessing comes from Him going above and beyond your needs. If you're here, why don't you come?